Happy New Year, boys, by the way.
Oh, Happy New Year.
New Year! And Sarah wishes you all a Happy New Year too.
Happy New Year, Sarah.
Happy New Year, Sarah.
I also
So-
Happy New Year.
Psst, hey,
Willem,
Sarah.
Caitlin, and I
Happy New Year.
Marcus. Willem,
Yes?
Caitlin, and I watched Prisoners of the Ghostland on New Year's, and we want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Question is, huh?
Exactly. The answer. Okay. I have an answer for that. The answer
Yeah.
to that question, specifically for Prisoner's Ghostland, is. Oh.
I mean, that's fair. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
You will accept?
It's a Sion Sono movie. You're not supposed to get it, like, ever.
You should watch Suicide Club though.
You should though. That one's fucking great.
It's very good.
It's
like
his electrifying feature debut.
And it's very good. The coolest part of Prisoners of Ghostland is finding out that those trucks that they use are actually part of a specific Japanese subculture of
Yeah.
truckers that just
Yeah.
pimp their trucks out to hell and gone.
I
Yeah.
thought you
And
were going to
that's-
say where Nick Cage sees the scar on the lady's leg and goes, "That must have been a skateboarding."
Ooh!
And then he gets aroused and his testicle explodes.
I mean, how many times has that happened to us? It's just really relatable.
Yeah, really is. And like, how many times have you been to a weird Madigan death cult? Like, that's just me at the local mall.
Yeah, kind of.
So hello, listeners.
Hello,
We're gonna
Mutants!
see you there.
Jason watched Prisoners of the Ghostland
We
and
were-
is
we were-
confused.
We were talking about a good movie before we talk about these movies.
Mm.
Well, we were talking about a movie.
It was an enjoyable movie.
I found
Yes,
it was
I
great.
don't know if you could legally call it good, but it was
No,
enjoyable.
that is fair, but it in no way entered into my mind when thinking about this list or these movies.
No. It did not come close to any of mine. I
No.
limited myself to, was it 2 or 3 dishonorable mentions, Marcus?
3.
Yeah.
think
Otherwise, I would have had a 20 strong list.
I think I
It-
had 5 dishonorable mentions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 honorable
Good
dishonorables.
job, Marcus. You got there.
Yeah,
That was our big boy.
congratulations, he done it.
I
Great.
only have 2. I only have 2 dishonorable mentions, but these will all be listed in the Ramble list.
The Rumble.
The ramble list.
Yeah, which is where
I hate that we have a format now. It's so close to content.
It does
No,
make
it's
me
fine
nervous.
because our honorable mentions part has its own honorable mentions, so it's fine.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
So, just like last time, if you watched the good ones, why?
I don't know. You come for the hatred. We know you're here for the
Well,
vitriol.
I mean, to be fair, Willem was very impressed with our knowledge of and sport.
Oh, really?
Which sport?
Thank
I can't
goodness.
remember.
Baseball, when we all
Baseball.
basically just
we were like,
Wikipedia'd
that's
it.
a baseball.
That's
Oh,
it's
That's the baseball.
I forgot about that whole bit.
See, I actually wasn't Googling the rules. I was just making shit up.
what?
I was
Podcast?
using I was using actual knowledge.
No, I just opened up my computer and typed, "Dear Google, what is ant baseball?"
I was just like, what do I know? What did that one episode of JoJo teach me? And I just went off that.
Yeah, Jason, you should have just gone off that one episode of Futurama. I mean, that's exactly
No,
best.
that's Blurnsball. Completely
Oh.
different sport.
If you ever want to see something incredible, go look up the list of in the 80s, Sega made a baseball game for the Sega Saturn or the Super Genesis, and they had to come up with American names, and they just made up names, and the list is fucking incredible. I'm actually gonna put it in the Discord right now.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, my favorite baseball player of all time, Sleeve McDykel.
Todd Gonzalez.
I like Todd Gonzalez.
And Bob
I
said
think-
Dognut's
wait,
not
wait.
bad.
Wait, I didn't know they had Welsh Italians in the States. Mario McRulwain.
Remember that time you were shown a fur coat? I remember that.
Bobson Dugnut is hard.
Bobson Dugnut is Bobson
I
Dugnut.
like Dwight
look.
Rortugal.
Look,
Not
look.
Portugal.
Bobson Dugnut is fine and all, but Kevin Nogilny will take him out any day.
Any day.
No. See, here's the thing. Bobson Dugnut has a big side career as an adult film star. You just know.
Yeah, with a name like that.
A name like that, come on.
Oh, what a great list.
It is fantastic.
So hello, listeners.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there.
I didn't know
Again.
Anatoly was Smorin.
Oh, hey there, Business. I didn't see you there when we greeted you earlier.
Yeah.
We forgot. We
We were
doing
just
a
practicing a
podcast.
greeting.
Yeah.
This was the real one now. No goofs, no tricks. All bad.
Don't lie to
Oh,
yourself and the Business, Thomas.
It's the only thing I can do to keep going, okay? It's the only thing I got.
Okay, so before we got sidetracked, Marcus.
Before we got
Marcus,
before we got
ramble
such
off some things.
yeah, so this format is going to be the
Marcus,
same
stop
as our
getting
go.
interrupted and just tell us the things.
Oh,
It's gonna be-
interrupting Marcus. What a callback.
Don't get it?
Jared will explain.
Yeah, Jared will explain in the comments.
Good callbacks.
So here we go, the ramble list. Now, if one of your honorable mentions that you remember putting on your personal honorable mentions
You mean
isn't in
dishonorable?
dishonorable,
Dishonorable.
is in the ramble list, it means that someone may have actually put that film in their bottom 10.
Bum bum
Dum, bum,
bum.
So to ramble off to begin with, we've got The Guilty,
Boo.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say boo
which
after
which
each of
which
these.
which I maintain is only terrible if you've watched the Danish version.
Yes, that is terrible. That's why it's terrible, because it's an unnecessary remake. It's an American English language unnecessary remake of a better foreign language film.
Yes.
Sounds good.
No.
Yeah. But
It's
if you have no knowledge of the Danish version, which a lot of Americans do, let's be honest,
No knowledge of Danish. Just
it's
period.
yeah, just no knowledge of Danish at all, then it is not on the surface a bad movie. Anyway, the rest of these are real shit. I mean, The Craft.
Ugh.
I forgot
Oh,
that
boy.
existed.
Oh boy, should you.
Then we have Till Death.
Oh no.
Without
If you haven't seen it, it's Megan Fox just fucking around.
cool.
Nice.
No One Gets Out Alive.
Which is very bad.
Thomas, I disagree with you on this one, but I really enjoyed Blood Red Sky or Die Hard on a Plane, but with a vampire.
Yeah, but this is Die Hard on a Plane, but with a vampire, with a trailer that tells you the whole movie. Not even like bits of a movie. The entire 3-act structure of the movie is the trailer.
Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, I did warn you guys to not watch the trailer and just
Yes, but
watch
I've
the film.
never listened to you in my life. Ever.
Well, don't you feel bad about yourself now?
Every day.
Okay. Then we have one of the very, very few. In fact, I think this is the only foreign film that is on this list.
All foreign films.
The
Ooh.
Eighth Night.
Yes, that was hot garbage. Holy hell. Korean
That's hot.
movie, and it just sucked.
No,
Which
I
is
thought
weird.
maybe it was-
Screening
I
movie.
thought maybe it was a Hanukkah movie.
No. Although there is a Hanukkah horror movie, which it did get, and yeah,
I know. Sarah sent me the picture.
good stuff.
Aren't you just talking about that Adam Sandler thing?
No, that's
what
true.
what
horror.
Adam Sandler's career as the Jewish horror.
No. He did a Hanukkah movie.
Yeah, 8 Crazy Nights.
That's the one. Yes. Isn't it animated and no a true horror?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is where Thomas just remembered that Adam Sandler made a Hanukkah movie.
This is the Hanukkah movie of which Thomas speaks.
I saw this poster at some point, and I assumed it was like a parody poster, like not
Nope.
for a real movie.
No, it's very real.
Okay, because like a horrifying new tale of horror, that I was just like, "There's no way."
That's beautiful. That's poetry.
It is poetry.
Right.
Anyway, the Tomorrow War,
Oh, Chris Pratt.
aka let's let Boomer Chris Pratt solve our problems for us.
Yep. And just again, wasted potential. Wasted.
Benny Loves You, which I've never.
Jesus, that was
Aw.
horrid.
What is
Uh,
that? Because you mentioned that, and I've never
It
fucking
is
heard of it.
a British festival circuit horror film about a guy who designs toys, and
Okay.
his childhood toy comes to life and murders everyone who he likes or says he loves, because he's only
Okay.
allowed to love the doll.
Right.
That's cool.
And
Yeah, that
Thomas,
sounds
you
good.
know how when we
Yes,
watch
I've seen Child's Play. Yes.
you know when we watch movies written and directed by comedians and the terrible comedian ends up with the good-looking woman for no apparent reason?
Yeah.
That is this entire film.
Oh no.
That's awesome. Empowerment.
Yeah, I finally feel represented as a terrible comedian.
Yeah, so it's just a very bad, not good time.
Sorry, a terrible out of work comedian.
Oh, that's not good.
Then
Okay.
we've got the spin-off to Zack Snyder's zombie fuck show, Army of Thieves.
I never
Which is
watched
a
it.
prequel or something, I don't know.
It is a prequel because the person it's about dies in the actual movie, but it's marginally better. So
I didn't watch it.
there it
Nor
is.
did I. I did not care enough. I watched these last two. These two are my personal dishonorable mentions. The Woman in the Window. Please,
Oh.
dear Christ, can Amy Adams just get some real work for once?
I
That
fell
poor
asleep.
woman.
I fell
woman.
asleep maybe 15 minutes into this movie, and Sarah made the executive decision to just turn off the movie and just no, we're just not going to rewatch it.
That's like what
Yeah.
happened with us with the Tomorrow War.
Hey, nice.
Mhm.
Although, okay,
Uh,
there is a section of the Tomorrow War that is good. That it's maybe a 4-minute scene. The rest of it is hot garbage.
I do not care.
Yeah.
And here's something the rest of you absolutely did not care about, but I did, and boy, howdy, was it terrible. The Misfits. I'm going to
What
give
is-
you the elevator pitch. It's a heist movie with Pierce Brosnan in it.
Sounds good. Well, how did they mess it up?
Oh, it's a really, really, really bad heist movie
Well, that'll do it.
with terrible Pierce Brosnan is just asleep through the entire thing.
Oh no, isn't he just
Aw.
old? Isn't that just
Yeah, he's just real old.
Yeah,
He's still real bitter about not being Bond anymore.
yeah. No, it's poorly paced. It's terribly written. It is just a pile of hot garbage, but not as hot as the rest of the garbage.
Hey.
Heyo. Hey, that sort of segment link? No, no go.
There must just be dead air, confusion, and then we stumble on.
Okay, so I'm not allowed to make my own segues. Got it.
Yeah, no.
Your segues will be given to you by Dion.
Okay. Okay, so Dion,
No
give me
segues.
give me a segue to the dishonorable mentions.
Now that we're done with those ones that were bad, here are some more ones that were more badder. That bad.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Smooth.
Fantastic. In ascending order of badness, according to scores, Night Teeth.
Oh, no teeth. Again, the first of the fanfics of our top 10, of our bottom 10 dishonorable crap shows. This
Yeah.
is just the whole movie. the movie's about a chauffeur that is chauffeuring around two sexy vampire women's and their vampire war that they're busy doing, and
Yeah.
all the
vampire
lore.
gang
Wait,
hits.
no. But like all the lore in the movie is like, this definitely isn't Vampire the Masquerade. Definitely not. Don't
Yeah.
stop asking. It's no. What no, absolutely not. Definitely not. Oh. And it's just so fucking poorly written. And the
Yes.
whole movie exists as a vehicle for fan fiction because the one vampire is 100-something-year-old virgin.
Is
Motivation.
she?
Yes.
When was she?
She was
Jesus,
like,
I
she was the
blacked out
one
some of
gang
that movie.
leader.
Oh fuck! You're right.
It's also very like, all Hispanic people are dangerous, and
Oh yes. But in this movie, all Hispanic people are vampire hunters as well,
yeah,
and that's
exactly.
why they're dangerous.
Hmm.
They're a gang.
Oh my god.
Still a gang though. Still a
Still a
gang.
gang.
So
Still
yeah,
a gang.
they're vampire hunters, but they operate and like speak like gang members.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's
So
it's
big subtleties going
How
on.
else would
it's
Americans know that they're Mexicans, though?
Exactly. How would they know?
Yellow filter.
It's well,
Oh, yeah.
it's funny you say that because the one vampire hunter is the token Mexican guy in Zack Snyder's fuck show about zombies.
yes.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yes, we
You
will.
think we might? We don't know.
Ooh.
We
Now,
will.
I don't want to alarm you, Dion, but there's someone in your house.
Oh no, not in my house.
Or
God,
there's someone inside your house. I wanted to watch this, but I never got around to it.
Good.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
good.
it's you know that it's one of those I know what you did last summers where there's a killer killing people and it's who's the killer? It's one of us, maybe, I guess. But the whole shtick is completely thrown out the window for like how these things normally go because these serial killers are always targeting people that are bad, and you're kind of like, okay, well, there's a reason here. Like, I get why the serial killer is doing this, but the serial killer is just a teenager and is just murdering people that have secrets, and not even like secrets that are like,
Isn't
I
it because
killed a man.
his dad had a secret or something?
It's
Like
because
his
his dad.
dad's
No,
the
no, no, no. It's because his
businessman.
dad's super rich. That's his
Oh yeah.
reason. His
No,
dad's super rich.
you're punking me.
No, straight up. His dad is super rich, so he becomes a serial killer and kills everyone. Every one of his friend group and like extended friend group that have like secrets. And the first one, you're like, it sets it up by this dude beats up this other guy really bad, and you're like, okay, well that's fucked up, but I don't think you should be murdered about that. And then like they get more and more outlandish. Like the one guy is just like addicted to benzodiazepam, and it's like, oh, you die for that. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, no, wait, I did watch this one, yes.
It's
This was
Yeah.
what, yes, this was the
Frustrated me
the
greatly.
tea screen.
it's
Yes,
so
where it ends where
frustrating.
he kills his dad at the corn maze.
Yo, the
on
corn
Halloween.
maze.
With the fire
Oh.
going and
Yeah,
Yeah, now
no.
I remember. I confused it with
Oh, it's so
I
bad.
think I confused it with No One Gets Out Alive, which I didn't watch.
Oh, that was bad. But
Anyway.
yeah, no, it's not good.
that ain't good.
Anyway, next up, one of Thomas's dishonorable mentions.
Hmm.
Did you know that Halloween kills?
Do you know that Halloween kills? Yes,
I'm
and it
aware.
sucks shit.
Now tell us why it sucked shit.
Because it was so wrong. That movie was the most bizarre movie of I have no idea why this is happening, and a director that has never read a horror script or directed anything to do or has any idea.
He had watched a horror movie. I'm pretty sure.
I think maybe
Jason
once.
X.
Yes. Jason X, and was like, cool, I'm gonna do Mike Myers like Jason X, and then was like, wee! Here's the Z team from the survivors of the first movie that you don't give a fuck about, and here's a ham-fisted reference about the political scape of America right now, and here's fucking Mike Myers mutilating bodies and being a sadistic, like, what the fuck? It's so wrong. It's so wrong, and it's so boring.
It
Oh,
is. It's very
I've
clearly the second movie in a trilogy that should have been a duology.
yes, but see, this is the thing: is after the latest Halloween that we all went to go watch in the theaters, the like franchise was on such a fucking high point. It's like, oh my god, like we're back, we're fucking back, baby! I can't wait for this third one that's gonna cap it all off. And then they were just like, wee! Let's throw everything we've worked for out the window. Let's make Mike Myers a magic man that can just survive bullets and beating by a huge mob and a karate sequence and like fucking a fight sequence with a fire. What is that?
I'd say for me, the what annoyed me about the film, the thing that really bugged me the most, was the way they shoehorned in. They're like, okay, cool. Like we have to throw in like references to characters from the first one and actors from old films we have to get back. And it was this very awkward like reunion the whole time.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
constantly did it the whole fucking time. Like
It was just
I don't give
groups of
two
people
shits about these
meeting up.
people.
It's like, and yeah, that's the thing. Is like you don't give a shit like for the most part about the people in a horror movie because you kind of know they're gonna die, but you care about them a little bit. But like these people, the way they make you try to care about them is like, okay, now I actively don't care about them.
Yeah, that frustrated me a fair bit. And there was one scene was genuinely harrowing though, which was the one in the hospital with
Oh, the
with
crowd
the
thing.
mob
Yeah.
chasing that mentally
Yeah,
ill man. Like, yeah, that was
yeah.
oh, mama. That did me a disturb.
But otherwise, it was just bad. Just that one of the sequences that made me the angriest, where Mike's in the kitchen with that family, the
Oh
husband and
yeah,
wife, and he's
with
like
the
taking out
frozen
like
lightning.
10 knives and just stabbing them all in the guy's back. It's like, who the fuck is this character? This is exact opposite of how Mike has always existed, and like mutilating and posing bodies, and it's just like, no, man, no. This
Also,
is
he's
just
homophobic now
this is just a generic slasher man now.
and
Like,
homophobic.
Yeah,
oh
he's not
yeah,
a
because
generic slasher man, he's a generic magic slasher man.
sorry, yeah, generic immortal slasher man. Thank you, dear. Thank you for that.
He's White Candyman. Bad White Candyman now.
Hey! But yeah, that movie did me a consternate.
Oh, you'll think that one was bad. None of you watched this, thankfully. Oh, but I did. Demonic.
Oh shit! I
Oh
I
jeez,
did
you told
mean
us not to
to,
watch it.
but you
I
did tell
did
us
tell
not
you.
to watch it, and
Good,
okay, I will now watch it with Sarah. Sarah and I will watch
good
it.
God. Good Jesus
So are
fucking
we
Christ.
happy that that Blomkamp never got the reins to Alien? Are we now happy
Yes.
about
Yes,
this?
yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
Okay.
Holy shit, the man cannot set the pace of a horror for shit.
Ooh.
The plot is badly written. I think he wrote it himself, so it's also badly
So
written.
it's his fault.
It is 100% his fault. Like the main conceit is there's a woman and she's possessed by a demon in her mind, but the only way to oust the demon is through medical experimentation VR.
The Animus.
Oh,
The
it's
the
that. I saw the
animus
trailer for that. That looked horrifying. So
it
bad.
is really bad. Now, to the one thing I will give it is the effect they use when the people are in like the virtual realm,
Mm-hmm.
like the sort of
That production design
the
element.
production design element is it's interesting. I like the way it looks. Like you can tell they're in a sort of fantasy computer generated world without it being like, oh look, everything is just bad CG.
Mm.
You know, it feels cohesive. So at least Neil Blomkamp still has an eye for visual effects, I guess.
If nothing else.
Yeah.
But who boy, do not watch that one. And
I will
then
definitely be watching it.
hey, you guys remember what happened when a comedian tried to write a horror film? Because that it shows up quite often.
You mean Jordan Peele?
No, not well. Yeah, he does them well, but you see other people do it badly, like John Krasinski.
Oh god.
Quiet
We're gonna
Place
talk about
2.
Quiet Place 2.
I don't think he's not really a comedian though. He's just an actor.
Comedic actor.
He was a comedic actor.
That doesn't make him a comedian. A
I mean,
comedian
he
is
said
someone
the
that generates comedy.
he said the CIA was good, which makes him a joke. So
That's true.
Remember he did steal the idea from a bunch of YouTubers to just do some good news and then sold it. So he thinks he's a comedic genius. So
right.
yeah.
But yeah, that movie was horrific.
Too
It
That
many
movie
plots.
made me so
Too
angry.
many plots. Too many.
So
plots.
angry.
It's basically like the whole movie was the last 5 minutes of the first one.
Yeah.
Well, then
God, it
what's
was
the point of it
awful.
existing? I can just watch.
Their money.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
Money.
you're saying is I should just watch the last 5 minutes of A Quiet Place 1 in slow.
I mean, if you
in
must.
slow motion.
Yeah, it'll probably
So-
frustrate you less.
Yeah,
Cool.
just put it on loop and see how long you last. And the worst part about it is it had such a bait and switch because the opening was like something I have soft spots for, like that kind of thing where you go back to like the very origin of it, where everything's normal and then like the
Yeah,
world changing event.
The
And I was actually
the way it turns is always the most interesting part of these apocalypse situations.
yeah, and I was like, okay, cool. No, I'm down with this. This is pretty cool. And then the actual movie starts, and it's
And you're
like,
like,
oh, fuck me. That thing that he does, I remember I watched it with Dylan, and Dylan's comment when we walked out was there was sure a lot of directing going on in that movie.
whole bunch of directing, not a lot of acting.
That whole thing of like everything has to have a parallel. There's always two scenes running in parallel, and any tension you might have felt goes completely out the window because
the other scene is happening.
You are constantly split between these two scenes, and like, oh, there's fire in this one. Now there's fire in this one. Christ, it was contrived. Damn it, John whatever.
Jonathan
Craig.
Simpsons.
Dr. Fantastic.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Nah, that's just the rumor. I doubt it.
I hope it's just a rumor.
It better just be a rumor. I mean, I don't
They
want.
can do way better than that.
I don't want Eternals 2.
Christ alive!
But
Don't
you're gonna
trigger
get
me
it.
so soon.
You're gonna get it. So
Yeah. Okay, so the next one up, one I watched, and this is just representative to me of all of the bad gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss action movies this year.
yeah,
There were a
whole
couple.
bunch.
There were a whole bunch, and this one is by far the worst. Vanquish. All I can tell you,
the Ruby Rose one.
it's the Ruby Rose one. Now, all I can tell you with certainty, and bear in mind that I watched this movie like 5 days ago, is Morgan Freeman is in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue.
Is that it?
Yeah. it's
Has
just Ruby Rose.
the movie just deleted itself from your mind?
Yeah. Morgan Freeman is in a wheelchair, and he's telling Ruby Rose to go pick up money for God knows why. And he gets her to do this because he kidnaps her daughter, but something, and I don't know. And she has guns, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Yes,
and
guns, you say.
and oh right, and all the gangs are stereotypes. There's a
Nice.
stereotypical
Good.
Russian gang. There's a stereotypical African American gang. There's a stereotypical Hispanic gang.
Well, if we didn't have stereotypes, how would we know how to feel about people?
Yeah.
You know how egregious it is? You know how in Hawkeye there's like the tracksuit mafia and it's played off as a joke?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, now imagine that but sincere, and that's the Russian mob in this movie.
Oh wow.
It's real bad. And Gunpowder Milkshake and Jolt and what was the other? There was another one.
It was just the lady's name. It was with
Ava? No, wait, that was like last year.
No, it was with the one from Scott Pilgrim.
She, yeah. Mary
Anyway.
Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah, but I can't remember the name of the film. But it's basically
Yeah.
just a lady name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one
Anyway,
of those.
so look, here's the problem with all these movies. They're all trying to be Atomic Blonde again.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the
And-
thing is they're all trying to be Atomic Blonde without knowing why Atomic Blonde was so good, and
Yes.
without understanding it, and without paying like attention to the fight choreography in Atomic Blonde. If you're a
Yes.
90-pound woman fighting a group of 10 dudes, you're probably not gonna take them down with karate. Probably
was
not.
It was called Kate.
Thank you.
That's the one,
And
yes.
and to be fair to Jolt, she only took them down with karate because she has murder superpowers.
What do you what no. She is not Jason Statham from Crank, okay?
She basically is, but
Don't
being
threaten me.
being
Don't threaten me with a good time.
but being gaslighted by Jai Courtney.
Oof,
Yeah.
that is
No.
one of the most terrifying states to be in.
Yeah, so Jason, I hope you can find all the posters and just put Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss in pink letters above them all and
That
say
sounds like a
all
lot of work.
bad.
I'll find the posters, but I mean the rest sounds like work.
Yeah,
But
don't
I
do
want you
that.
to do some fine. And
You
then
do it, Mark.
no, I have a job. My
Okay.
job is to do the math because Jason's bad at numbers.
He's got you there. He's got you
Ah.
there.
Joke's on you. I'm bad at making pictures too.
Oh
Joke's on
yeah,
all of us.
he's a real Renaissance man of
Actually,
incompetence.
I disagree, Jason. I watched our honorable mentions episode. It's very well done.
Oh no!
Congratulations. I was impressed.
Congration, you did it.
Yeah.
I
I really
done-
liked it. It looked nice. I liked the Candyman bit.
Yes. So did I.
Handyman.
Candyman. Anyway, and here is a first in Cinebeard's history.
Oh my god.
In the dishonorable mentions,
Oh my god.
a film that is technically part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh my god.
Disney's
Halloween.
Marvel's The Eternals, which I have not seen yet because
I
I
haven't watched
felt
it yet
no
either.
need to go watch it in the cinema, and I'll wait for home release, and that's apparently sometime
Besides
in February.
the movie on that is high on my bottom 10 list, I haven't watched a single Marvel this year. So.
Nice. It did the worst thing a Marvel film possibly could, which is it was absolutely fucking boring and you didn't give a shit about anyone. At one point, like half an hour in, Salma Hayek's character dies and we've spent a grand total of 30 seconds with her. And like it's played off as this incredibly emotional thing, and we
Wait,
just like
Salma Hayek's in this movie?
Yeah.
and but they keep having
They did a lot of
flashbacks.
stunt casting.
What
Yeah.
what about that time where the black guy causes Hiroshima?
Yeah,
What about
the first gay black superhero, and he's like, they show in slow
did
mo
Hiroshima.
this nice lingering shot of the mushroom cloud, which is so ethically awful for like a popcorn thing, piece of
using
fiction to
fucking
do.
using Hiroshima to create fucking pathos for
Yeah.
your Marvel movie? Like,
And then-
fuck off.
And then the first gay black superhero is like, yeah, that was me.
I did that.
That was me. I feel bad about it. And
So,
it was
what
just
you're saying
so
is
many
that
characters.
in the MCU, a gay black superhero is responsible for anime.
Oh my god, yeah, basically.
Also, the movie has the most awkward sex scene I've ever seen, and I think
Yes.
Marvel's first sex scene.
Yes, it was. And they did an interview with Chloe Zhao, and she was like, "Yeah, we shot that in like 15 minutes." I'm like, I could fucking tell.
Yeah, it
Although they
looks
didn't
like
see-
it.
Yeah, it is. If you could just find a rip of this movie and find the timestamp for the sex scene, it'll be worth your time. It
Really?
is the worst. You could put two high schoolers together in a school play, two super virgins, and you would have a more erotic
Two
sex scene.
Is it-
super
okay.
virgins.
Is it less erotic, or is it less erotic
Yes,
than the puppet sex scene from Team America War of
obviously,
Police?
dude.
Yes.
I
That's a very
fucking-
erotic scene.
I'd
That is
throw
a
down
very
to that
erotic
scene,
scene.
dude, any day. But no, it
The
was
Cinebeards
definitely
love puppet sex, confirmed, I guess.
it was less human than the Team America one. That was so
Good
bad.
Yes.
God.
They just
Ow.
have so many fucking characters the whole time, and they're throwing them at you. And the one
In
from
the sex scene? My God.
and the guy from 1917 is in there, and he's like, "Oh,
Which guy? All of
um,
British filmmaking is in 1917.
the one that's also in that's also in Green Knight."
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm with
Yeah. He's there and he's like, "Oh, you know, I want to intervene with humans because they all keep killing each other," and he can mind control anyone. And they're just like, "No, we do not we do not interfere." While the black gay guy is just like, "Cool guys, here's some technology. Go
Just some
blow each other up."
Hiroshima.
Like, we won't stop them from blowing each other up, but we will definitely.
I'm just gonna-
It was very CIA.
It's
It
that
was
Simpson.
very-
It's that Simpsons gag of Bart starts swinging his arms, like, I'm gonna start swinging my arms and walk forward, and if you get hit, that's your fault.
it was fucking, and he has this huge. They have lots of these big blowout, teary, emotional scenes that could really be like the emotional crux of a film, but they all happen within half an hour to an hour of like the initial meeting of the character where you've just glimpsed him and you've probably spent a minute with him, and now
So
you're
you
getting
meant
this
to
like
now, like, super give a shit.
yeah. And
That's why I was
the-
confused, Dion. He was in Dunkirk, not 1917.
oh, my bad. Sorry.
Tom Hardy.
My bad. But yeah, it was just baffling and boring. I've never wanted to walk out of a Marvel film before. The score was shit. The CG was abysmal. All these glorious Chloe Zhao landscapes we were promised never materialized. And I had watched Dune at the IMAX the night before.
So the
So-
contrast could not have been more stark.
Oh, it was so. And obviously immediately afterwards, Disney started with their psyop, where like you suddenly just
Yeah.
saw a bunch of tweets all go live simultaneously of like, ooh, the people that don't like this movie seem to be like targeting it for some reason, and then pictures of like the characters of their different ethnicities and sexualities.
Yep.
And it's like, no, your movie fucking sucks shit. End of story.
Sometimes your
you-
movie just
yes.
fucking sucks.
Yeah, sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes, and it does happen that multicultural star-studded casts can still be in shit movies.
I saw one
It's
of the most amazing exchanges with I think it was like the top tweet like that. And this woman was just arguing with a ton of people, and people were like, no, the movie shit, the movie shit. And then the one guy posted like, yeah, but what about this? And then it showed like Black Panther, 99% Rotten Tomatoes score. And Shang-Chi, like 90% Rotten Tomatoes score. And she's like, no, those movies weren't truly multicultural. Like Black Panther mostly had black people and Shang-Chi mostly had Asians. It's not the same thing.
Wow, it hurt itself in confusion.
I love
man.
Twitter. I love Twitter, and I will always love Twitter
I love Twitter.
forever.
It was
It's
I
so
love
free.
Twitter,
wild.
and
Twitter is free.
here's if you want to follow some of the Cinebeards on Twitter, I am currently trying to get banned by or blocked by the IDF,
It's pretty
Um,
great. I'm pretty impressed, Marcus.
and like they still won't block me.
What's the IDF?
Israeli Defense Force.
Marcus is a targeted campaign against the idea. It's quite something to watch.
Be careful, they've got sleeper agents in Camps Bay. So I hear.
No, they've moved the sleeper agents up to Gardens
Oh, is it? All right.
or Vredekloof or
Oh,
something.
yeah. No, you're safe then.
I'm not going to
super
correct you.
Get yourself doxxed.
And that does it for the dishonorable mentions.
Yay!
Christ alive.
Okay, I'm
Boo!
probably going to split these two again because we're going to rant forever.
Yeah.
No, we won't.
Yeah, no, we
We'll
won't.
only
No,
rant
I have a lot of shit to say, Marcus.
Okay, fine. Before we get to that, I just
thought
want to go
wouldn't be
get.
able to stop talking about Eternals, and then I started talking about. I was like, I'm just sad now.
Now
I just
no, but see,
don't want to anymore.
There's so
Well, anyway,
much
here's some
worse
dead
to talk
air
about.
while I go get some water real quick.
I'm
That
also
way,
getting some
Thomas
water.
can, Jason can do a cut.
I mean, I could have done that anyway, but
Yeah. Through the
He's got the st-
marvel of modern technology.
He's got the moves.